actually started during the novitiate year back in Canisius, New York, in the 1964 and 1965 year with founders Steve Bevins and Steve Porter. When they had finished the novitiate, they moved to Divine Word College, and the group continued with some new members. They became a little more well-known, especially involved in Dubuque with the sing-out programs. Some of the novices finished and moved on to theology, and that was the year I joined the group. Would have been 1966-67, where the group became a little more popular, and we ended up making our first album. That album sold out. The next year we made another album, and that album also sold out. The group eventually became very popular around the area, and I had counted over the years I was in it, we did 154 performances in the Dubuque area, in places like the University of Iowa, in Chicago, and even were featured on a 2-hour musical program in KDTH radio in Dubuque, live from the Dubuque Coffee House. The group pretty much finished in 1969 as the folk music that the group did became less and less popular, and the new music of the time would have been more soul music and so on. That became more and more what college students were listening to. In fact, that year the group lost 5 members simply because we all graduated. So in all, the Hemlock Singers were together for 4 years here at the Divine Word College, and that was pretty much it. And now, after 45 years, I'm happy to introduce the Hemlock Singers.
This folk group had a banjo, we thought it was really in. We'd let you hear our banjo ring, but we can't even find the thing.
So now read the chorus, here we go.
We're coming from mountains, crossing our plains. It's off to California and back again today. Sing the song that you all know. So let your voices go. So sing it out, my brothers, wherever we may go.
The boys with David Crockett, he died at the Alamo. I heard him say when they attacked, I knew this one would kill the axe. So now we meet the chorus, here we go.
It's off to California and back again to me. Sing the song that you all know. So let your voices go. So sing it out, my brothers, wherever we may go. Cross the northern range. It's off to California and back again to me. Sing the song that you all know. So let your voices go. So sing it out, my brothers, wherever we
the 5 years that the Hemlock Singers existed, there were members who never sang with each other, members who sang with each other the whole time. And we often sang outside of the college. I had counted up 154 performances in 4 years, which is why our grades were really not all that good. Did a lot of practice and a lot of travel. We had 2 albums. And it was just a wonderful time, and we renewed today in practicing. And today seems to be a good name for this song.
While the blossoms still cling to the vine, I'll taste your strawberries, I'll drink your sweet wine. A million tomorrows shall all pass away, ere I forget all the joy that is mine today. I'll be a dandy and I'll be a rover. You'll know who I am by the song that I song that I see at your table. I'll sleep in your lower. Who cares what tomorrow shall bring? Today, while the blossoms still cling to the vine, I'll taste your strawberries and I'll drink your sweet wine. A million tomorrows shall all pass away, ere I forget all the joy that is mine today. I can't be contented with yesterday's glory. I can't live on promises, winter to spring. Today is my moment, and now is my glory. I'll laugh and I'll cry and I'll sing. Today, while the blossoms still cling to the vine, I'll taste your strawberries, I'll drink your sweet wine. A million tomorrows shall all pass away, ere I forget all the joy that is mine today.
Occasionally we would venture into another language, like Christmas songs, but we also did a little Spanish, and since none of us remember it except Steve, he gets the big part of this, called Guantanamera.
Guantanamera, yo soy un hombre sincero, de donde crece la palma. Yo soy un hombre sincero, de donde crece la palma, y antes de morir quiero echar mis versos de alma. Guantanamera,
like the green valley. My verses are like a flaming song. My verses are like a wounded deer in the forest.
Guantanamera, Guajira, Guantanamera, Guantanamera, Guajira, Guantanamera. Con los pobres de la tierra quiero yo mi suerte echar. Con los pobres de la tierra quiero yo mi suerte echar. El arroyo de la sierra me complace más que el mar. Guantanamera, Guajira, Guantanamera, Guantanamera, Guajira, Guantanamera, Guantanamera, Guajira, Guantanamera, Guantanamera, Guajira, Guantanamera.
For the Hemlock Reunion, during the 50th anniversary of the college, Sandy Wilkenbush asked me the possibility of getting the group together. Given over the Hemlock years, there had been 24 different members. The group normally had between 9 or 10 singers at any given time. Our music was very much like a folk choral music. And I was a little doubtful at first as to how many members we would get, and the fact that you would have some members of the group that never sang with each other, and we did different music from year to year. Yet I and Art Roche put out our emails, the Hemlock Singers we've kept in touch with, and to my surprise we had 11 of the members of the 24 show up. And we had a whole hour and a half for the alumni reunion to put together a practice and do 5 songs, and they turned out pretty well, I guess, after so long. It's kind of like riding a bike. You don't always forget, though us old guys couldn't always remember the words. We had a great time doing the practice and doing the program. It reminded us of the many hours that we ended up practicing here at college. Usually 2 hours at a time, a couple times a week, plus going out on most weekends. So that brought back a lot of wonderful memories with Dwayne Dargis, one of our first tenors, traveling the furthest from All Alumni, Ireland, for the reunion.
I think every group needs an Irish tenor, and we were blessed with Jim, who has an absolutely gorgeous tenor voice, and so we thought we'd feature him on a song originally done by John Denver, or Baby or Poor Bob.
By your side, I'll cling to the warmth of your hand. I'll do anything to help you understand. I love you more than anybody can. And the wind will whisper your name to me. Little birds will sing along in time. Leaves will bow down when you walk by, and morning bells will chime. in the rain by your side. I'll cling to the warmth of your tiny hand. I'll do anything to help you understand. I love you more than anybody can. Please will bow down when you walk by, and morning will this old river, walking up the river, keep her steady as you go. Keep a line, take a line, now you're marking on the line. Over the fathoms below, way up the river we go. This old river, walking by the levee, keep her steady as you go. I hear the captain say, pull ahead, we're on our way. 3 fathoms below, way up the river we go. Keep on moving, we climb the old Dixie, or we'll come back empty, I know. Way down the river, I can hear the whistle blow. This old river, churning white water, ease her down and take it slow. If you hear that northern sound, Lord, I think we're running around. No fathoms below, you better pray it ain't so. Lord, at work, rock and bottom, and here comes old Dixie singing. Who's got that cotton to swell? When she's passing, we're riding high so well. We're on the move again. These two rivers racing up the river. Then old Dixie runs around. There she stands high and dry, and we're walking right on by. I can see the lights of town. We're gonna roll down, down. This is all river, singing by the water. Light it up and you can bet. You can ask anyone you meet, and they'll swear she can't be beat. She ain't never been dead. Can't you hear that whistle blow? Way up the river we go. Walking on the river we go. Up and down the river we go. See you in another 50 years.
Where will you be when that first trumpet sounds? Where will you be when it sounds so loud? It's gonna sound so loud, it's gonna wake up the dead. Where will you be when it sounds? Hey, 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 hey. Where will you be when that first trumpet sounds?